Is now live. Over to
Okay.
you.
Good morning. Good morning from Dallas, Texas. Welcome to this edition to Live for RIMPAGE, where we elaborate and extend and empower you. We extend this beyond the basketball court, and we talk about some of the principles upon which RIMPAGE is founded. Those same success principles that help us in other areas of life, and that's what we're here to talk about today. So you'll get a little bit of basketball, but we generalize it a little more so that we can reach a wider audience. Katrina, good morning.
Hello to you. Good afternoon from grey London. It's not as sunny here as it is where you are. It's lovely to see sunshine, and it's great to see you here as well. I'm so excited to carry on the subject we started last week. Recipe for success. Do you remember those 2 or 3 ingredients that we were talking about last week?
First one is you have to plot your destination. You have to put the X on the map, decide where you're going. And then another one we talked about was you have to actually get started. It's not enough to plot the destination and put the map to the side. You have to pick it up and actually start taking steps.
Absolutely.
So very exciting.
Very exciting. And the clue is in the title. You will see those letters next to the name RIMPAGE. Dream, believe, right?
Yes.
And so you will never forget what the steps are. You will never forget what the ingredients are and what the steps are. That is your roadmap, the roadmap to success, right?
Absolutely. That believe part corresponds to action, because you cannot take an action unless you have a belief first. The belief that you can succeed at whatever it is you're attempting.
Yes. And it all starts with this, Patrick.
Yes. Vision.
We have to be
picture.
We have to be in command of this. Otherwise, it will run away. It will run away.
Right.
Really start believing that we are the master and commander of this, of what is going on here, and not to give the power of control and the power of definition to anything outside ourselves, and to be specifically aware of thoughts that come and circulate in our own mind that says this is impossible for you.
Right.
Be aware of those thoughts.
Yes. Right up there. We have all the tools, all the power we need to realize any vision. But we also have the tools to sabotage it. It's a matter of which voice you silence and which voice you amplify.
Yes. We have the power to recognize that thought isn't serving us. It's not serving our mission, and it will not deliver on us living a fulfilled life. Because we want you to really merge success with fulfillment. We do not want you to have success without fulfillment in life. We want you to feel great, right?
Right.
In fact, I'm going to talk. Yes, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go. I was going to say, we talked about that being a way that you can tell if the vision you've selected is actually authentically your own, or if it's someone else's. You have to feel that joy and that fulfillment, and that helps you navigate. That joy, that good feeling helps you navigate. Listen to it.
Exactly. It is disheartening and it's heartbreaking to see too many people being defeated by everyday problems of life, right? Life happens to all of us. None of us are exempt from challenges in life.
Right.
But if we have belief in ourselves, if we have the faith in our own abilities, right, we can be humble, and yet we can have this reasonable confidence that is needed to step into the power that we have access to. We can always choose the positive. Right? Sometimes it's so easy to grab onto the negative that is all around us. How do you start your day? How do you start your day? What's the first thought that comes to your mind? I am curious to.
The thought that I have embraced is I'm open to infinite possibility today. I'm open to infinite possibility. All the doors are open. Every way is the way.
Excellent.
As opposed to latching on to this idea that maybe it's out there and maybe I can access it if I could just try hard enough to believe. No. All the doors are open. I'm open to infinite possibility.
Every possibility is out there. And I am deliberately using the word like choose to be positive, because it is a choice.
It is a choice. Absolutely.
There is one single thing that will fix all the negativity, that will erase and annihilate negativity. And that thing is gratitude.
Gratitude. Oh, you're so right. You're so right, because that puts you in a certain frame of mind.
Absolutely. So start listing all the things that you're grateful for when you first wake up in the morning. Right. So we are in this talk, as we said, we are addressing our RIMPAGE basketball players, because we want you to lead a very successful and fulfilling life. But we're also addressing all of our friends who will catch this. We want to empower you from within. Gratitude is, you have to submerge and give yourself to gratitude. And I can start listing things for which I am grateful, and I can bet my life that you can also be grateful for those things too. Absolutely. Like the fact that we can breathe, that we woke up this morning, that we're here still. That is something huge to be grateful for.
Huge. It's huge.
Yes.
The gift of life itself. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Then the fact that we can walk, talk, reason, share this information, that is a blessing, isn't it? It's a blessing that we can see each other. It's a blessing that we can connect from all this distance away.
Yes. Yes. Right? May I give you one of my favorites?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The ability to create a result. Like I'm holding this ink pen. All I have to do is release it and it falls to the ground. That's a result. That's power. That's the use of power. And if you can grab onto the idea that you can create small, seemingly insignificant results like that, then you get a sense of the truth that you are powerful. Yes. And so you can just apply that power elsewhere.
Yes.
But that's huge, that you're alive, you're able to produce a result. You can say good morning to someone and put a smile on their face. That's a result. That's the use of power.
Yes.
And like I said, just the general practice of it helps you expand it so you can do bigger and better things.
And it's the use of power in positive direction. It is going to start showing you, life is going to start reflecting to you everything that you put out there, right?
Yes. Yes.
And it's already reflecting that. It's just, it may be reflecting all sorts of, chaos around, may be reflected in your life experience. And we are saying that you can be much more deliberate about what your life experience is, what your achievement is, and what your success is, right?
In the same way that as you're driving, if you decide to make a right turn and go down this street, you're going to see everything on that street because you chose to drive down that street. That is a use of power. And so that's how our decisions determine our environment and our context and our atmosphere. We're choosing it all the time.
Yes, yes. So the power of choice is ever present. You know the ingredients. You have to make your own combination that works for you, that gets you excited. Start walking through life knowing that you are power. So start connecting to this power and use gratitude. With a grateful mind, everything will change for you. Everything will change in a positive way, right?
Yes, yes, it will.
Brilliant.
And it's like a kind of magic. When it starts to happen and you see it, you start to get a sense of your power.
Yes.
It's a magical thing.
It's really absolutely magical. But guess what? We are all magicians.
All of us.
We all have access to that magic, right? Yep. So it isn't reserved just for the few who have this skill. So Patrick, are you up for one exercise?
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
You came prepared. So I would like to invite our viewers as well to participate in this. And take a pen and paper. That's all you need. But I would invite you to take a personal initiative. Like, we can't make you participate with us, but if you want to share with us, we would be grateful. And this exercise will be more impactful if you do. I want you, Patrick, to think of the most successful person that you know or that you know of. So you can know them personally, or it can be somebody that you read about or saw on the court or whatever it is in life. It can be somebody who is living. They can still be alive, or they can be an example from the history. It doesn't really matter. Please write their name. And You don't have to share their name, right?
Okay.
And just think about them. Try to envision this person, like have the picture of them in your mind. And as you do, please write down 3 things that come to mind that you believe are directly related to their success. Right? However you have defined that, and however you have come to select them to be that person. First 3 things that come to your mind, and let me know when you have jotted them down.
Okay.
Now, I usually do this with a larger group when we have a few more people, and that I can get a list of maybe 20 of these qualities. But I think that it will be revealing if we just both of us share 3 qualities each for the person that we have imagined, right?
Okay.
Right. So do you have it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I will share first.
Okay.
The most successful person that I know of is enthusiastic, outgoing, and cares a great deal about people. So what are the 3 things that you have put down?
The successful person I chose was a basketball player, and he was so successful because he was driven at like beyond motivation. He was driven right. to succeed, driven to excel, driven to be the best. He was also focused, which means he said no to everything that wasn't going to take him to that reality. And
driven,
then he had desire.
And he had
desire, meaning he wanted it more than anyone else. And so that intense, insatiable desire, I think, is what drove him and what gave him that focus. And I think the 3 were a powerful combination.
Excellent. So if we consider most of the literary documents and distill from all that is written, what success in life is related, it comes down to 2 things, right? We can pare it down to this. This is the foundation. And the 2 things are the skills that you have and the attitudes that you embrace in life, right? So if we were now to look at this list of 6 things that we have and use the letter S, if that quality requires a skill, or if this is an attitude, to identify those categories. So can you do that? So, and I'm just going to clarify what I mean by skills. I mean, it's either inborn talent or learned competency. For example, our keyboard writing, typing skills, or piano playing, those are the skills, right? And attitude is something that is our perception about ourselves and about life, right?
Yes.
So how can you define the 3 on your list?
I have 3 attitudes.
3 attitudes, right?
All 3 are attitudes.
Absolutely. Yes. I have as well. Only the last one, I would say it's a combination of both. And sometimes you find that it's a combination of both, right? Now, if you can imagine a longer list of people, right, in a large room, right?
Yes.
Whenever I do this exercise, whenever I was part of this exercise, the first thing that you see is how big a part, probably 80% of our success is due to our attitude in life. So we cannot overlook the skill, right? The skill is necessary. The skill is necessary.
Yes.
But if you look, whether we talk about athletes or doctors, right? Generally is the combination of both things that is needed, right?
Yes.
So we need to develop a skill so that we have the competency in serving our clients, in performing in the way that we need to perform. But if we don't have with that, like a certain mannerism that go with that, this greater love towards people, we're going to not making good connections, right? So there is no doubt that there is place for both. But the primary leading thing in success in life is having a right attitude, right?
Wow.
How does
and
that
no one
land?
can give you your attitude.
No, it is
That's a choice.
absolutely, it's 100% within your
Wow.
power. Powerful exercise.
That's amazing.
I want to share the quote of Dr. Nathaniel Brandon, who is considered the father of self-esteem, right? He's known for quite a few quotes, but I absolutely love this one. Of all the judgments we pass in life, none is more important than the judgment we pass on ourselves.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So when we look at attitude and about staying positive, part and part of this is how we experience ourselves, right? Having a healthy self-esteem, believing in ourselves, believing in our worth, we can bring our gifts, the gifts we were born with, in a bigger way into this world, right?
Katerina, that judgment you can look at as a label that we put on ourselves, and we do it. We write the label there, and then we put it on ourselves. And then what we do is we proceed to live up to that label.
Yes.
And we see life through the lens of that label, and that label controls everything. Dictates everything.
Exactly. It seems that that attitude is a small difference. It makes a small difference to ourselves, but it makes a huge difference on the receiver.
Yes.
Right. So we cannot overlook this. Right. I don't think we give enough credit how impactful our attitudes are in our own life and in the aspects of our life that we share with others. Right.
You're right.
And skill is easier to gain when we have the correct attitude.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Right? The development of skill requires that you go through certain stages, and it doesn't matter which skill it is.
Yes.
Everyone goes through these certain stages, and the first one is easy, but it gets progressively harder. And it's only when you have that winning attitude that you will progress through those other stages.
And it will feel easier. It won't feel like hard work, even though it is some considerable effort you have to put to train, to make yourself, to hone on that skill, to really perfect it, to become an artist, to become masterful at using your skill.
And those masters, when they do their thing, they make it look effortless, don't they?
Yes.
And in fact, it is. What's actually happening is they are able to do things that are difficult for us, and it's easy for them because they went through those stages.
Exactly. So don't be put off by this. May take a while to get there.
Right.
But start believing in yourself. Start with gratitude. Start practicing gratitude, and I absolutely promise you, it will change your life forever. Just practicing gratitude.
We have so much.
Get a book and start writing. You don't need to share it with anyone. This is something you do for yourself. When you wake up in the morning, take 10 minutes, if you can spare 10 minutes for yourself, and express what you're grateful for. And don't go into, I wish I had this, and then I would be grateful. Express gratitude for what you already have, and that you maybe have not expressed lately that you're grateful for. Right.
And I would say too, actually feel it as you're expressing and making that list. Feel that gratitude. You will actually feel something, especially one way to determine. This is what I did with my kids when I asked them to make a gratitude list, and they couldn't think of anything to be grateful for. I said, think of something you have that you wouldn't want to lose. And then they could start thinking of things. Because none of us want to lose anything that we have. But that means that's something to be grateful for. Very easy way to make your list.
Yes. There is that great quote that now escapes me who wrote it, but I will have to come back and say who wrote it. Perhaps I will post it in the comments. But it says, what if tomorrow you woke up only with the things that you were grateful for today?
Oh,
okay. That may help.
Wow.
To the list, right?
That will absolutely help. Wow. You know what that does is we all want more, and we seem to be focused a lot on what we want but don't have yet. But if we had that attitude, then I think we would see that we have an abundance already. We already have abundance.
And from that healthy place of gratitude, plus the healthy adjustment of attitude and choice to believe in ourselves, how much easier is it to reach our dreams?
Yeah, suddenly you're on the path. With
You
just
are on the
those,
path.
you're on the path.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Goodness knows what we will be talking about next week, Patrick.
Yes. This is so empowering.
Yes.
Not just for basketball players, but for anyone who has a dream.
Yes.
This is so empowering.
Don't we all have a dream? We were all born with a dream.
Yes.
To fulfill, right?
Yep.
And we have the ability. We absolutely have everything it takes. And if we don't, there are people there on our path who appear at the right time, who pass these messages. Yep. The messages, you know, we're sharing with you things that have served us in our life, right? Some of these things were our own experience, and some of the things were wisdoms that came from other people's experience who have shared them with us. But together we all reach there. We reach to our dreams and beyond.
Yeah. And that is quite a life to live. That is so exciting.
It's worthwhile, isn't it? Yes. Absolutely. It's the life we deserve to live. It's the life we were born to experience. It's a fuller life. Can. Beautiful.
Absolutely can.
Thank you, Patrick. Do you think that we have delivered on the promise of today's
Absolutely.
Sharing?
Absolutely.
Good.
But now the time has come to apply it. You have to apply what you heard.
Yes.
That's where the fun starts.
Absolutely. Tell us, dear friends, tell us if you are watching this, don't be shy. Pop in the comments, pop in or send us a DM if you're not willing to share it publicly. Tell us if this has impacted you in any way. If we have said something that resonates with you. Leave us your comments.
And are you ready to get started? Tell us. We want to hear that story. Tell us where you are in the journey and how this has helped you.
We want to share your success stories. We want to champion you, and we want to support you along that way. So we will be back next Monday with more empowering talks.
Yes.
As we bring all of these messages that make RIMPAGE success and that make each and every player that's connected with RIMPAGE a success in their life and on the court as well.
Yes. Katerina, I want to thank you for another edition. I love doing this with you. I'm grateful for that.
Me too. Oh, that's really, really beautiful. But I think it's evident from our smiles how much we enjoy doing this, and we will carry on doing it. Lovely. Dear friends, have a wonderful week. We wish you all the best. We wish you success at everything that you choose to do, because you deserve to live your fullest life. And we will see you next Monday.